Hey Super Alex, this lady really needs a review for this game, Super Rhino, so she can know if it's good for her kids who love superheroes. Can you help?
Yes, I can. Here I come. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Game Time.
Yes.
My name's Alex.
And my name is Dave, and welcome back to Alex's Board Game Stand, where we review kids' board games. And today we're taking a look at another Haba game called Super Rhino, or Rhino Hero is another name that it goes by. In Super Rhino, it is a dexterity game that kind of has a House of Cards effect. You are trying to build this skyscraper and get rid of all the floor cards in your hands to be the first winner or win together as a team. Super Rhino here, he will actually be scaling the skyscraper as we play cards. And that will adjust the weight and may knock down the skyscraper, which is a game ender. And Super Rhino is actually good for adults and kids. You can play on an easy mode or on a harder mode and be more aggressive in your card playing if you're playing with adults. So without further ado, let's take a look at this cute, adorable dexterity game from Haba, Super Rhino. Let's show you what comes in the box. Boop, 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 boop. So beyond the rulebook, these are the contents that are within the Super Rhino box. We'll start with the 31 roof cards. These are thick cards, which basically you need that for this dexterity game, and the ink on them is really neat because it has a shiny effect. It's silver, and these are for these super cards that have powers and whatnot. So they also have different ways that you're going to be placing the walls. Speaking of walls, you get 28 of those, and each one of them basically has a different art on the back side and on the other side, and it's so neat because not one is the same. It might have the same art, but it would be different colors, but they don't repeat very often, and it's really neat what they did here. So I love the art in this game. And those are the 28 walls. You get the one foundation card. This is how you can make it a harder game. This is for easy mode, that's for hard mode. So that's the one wall that the whole skyscraper is going to be depending on. The last component here is the nice wooden meeple. It's pretty thick and it's painted on, and that is Super Rhino. So those are the contents. Now let's show you how to actually play this game. Okay, so to start off, you will place the foundation either on easy or hard mode, basically. And then you will distribute the roof cards. For 2 players, you hand out 7 cards to each player, and for all other players, you hand out 5. And remember, the aim of the game is to get rid of all your roof cards to win the game. Or, if the tower topples, to have the least amount of roof cards to win the game, because that is the other game ender. So on your turn, you're going to be doing simply 2 things. You're going to be taking the walls required, and it says this on this one here, it's 2 different walls like that, and you place them in the shadows as best as you can. And in this game, you get to fold the walls. Oh wow, we haven't done that often, have we? So you do both of those, and then you play your roof card of your choice. So let's go over the roof cards. There are 6 different roof cards in the game. Simply, there are some that are just basic, just have the shadows and how the walls are played. And the next one we have is the first silver ink one, and this is the exclamation point. This is take a breather. The next player to your left, and you go in clockwise order when you're playing, loses a turn. So in a 2-player game, this could really be powerful. The next card we have here is like Uno. This is basically reverse, so that it goes from clockwise to counterclockwise. Turn order does. This one means the next player has to draw 1 card. Another card that we have here is the 2x floor. You will put this under a current floor here, not executing the power, but this just shows the floors that you have to play. So you will execute 2 cards out of your hand, and this will be the format for the next floor. And this is one of my favorites. This is the Rhino. You take the Rhino and move him from his position and place him on this floor. So on your turn, like I said, you're placing the walls, and then you're placing your floor, and then you're executing whatever the card says immediately. Or if it's the next player, they'll do it on their next turn. And then you place the Rhino on the one that shows the Rhino. So you'll do, the next player will place the walls here, and then the Rhino will stay there until another Rhino card is played. So let's say it was like this, and I played, well, Alex played another Rhino card. You have to take him out like this and place him on there. And as you can see, the tower kind of shifted. So those are all the cards. So me and Alex are going to play a little bit and show you a flavor of the game. So yeah, that's basically how you play. We didn't get to move the Rhino, but he would just basically move up, and she likes to skip me. She just likes to skip me in this game. Alright, so Super Rhino in a nutshell. Now let's show you what we think and give this game a grade. So that was Super Rhino or Rhino Hero, whatever you want to call it. And as we always do on Alex's board game stand, we're going to give this game a grade, being a check minus is a bad game, and a check is an okay game, and maybe a pretty good game, and a check plus is a great game that you just have to go out there and buy. So with that being said, what are you gonna give Super Rhino, kiddo?
Check plus with my family.
Yeah, check plus because you think it's a good family game. I'm also gonna give this game a check plus because I like the scale of it. Again, in the beginning of the video I said this goes well with kids and adults. And you've seen Alex knocked over the tower, and I was kind of putting her in a bad position, but I could have built the tower up much easier, and that's where you can kind of play friendly and have kids have fun with this game. But if you want to play with adults, this is not just a kids game. It looks like it, but it's an adult game as well, because you like I did there in the example, you can set people up to fail really easily. This Super Rhino game is basically Uno with an added dexterity element. So kind of like I said, House of Cards or Jenga style. And I really like that. I love the production of the cards and the walls, and I love the art. Don't you like the art? I mean, we spent about 10-15 minutes just looking at all the different wall art that you had, because I mean, it's just fun. The direction that they went in is just phenomenal. I like the cartoon aspect they have, and whoever the artist is did a really good job capturing kind of a superhero kid element. So this game is not just a playing game, it's a visual treat as well. And I do want to put a caveat, this game isn't all sugar and spice and everything nice. When people skip you a lot, it can be really frustrating. I mean, that's the same thing with Uno. If you're skipped multiple times and then the rotation reverses, and you just lose a lot of turns, and that's just really in the heart of the cards. It's just gonna happen, right? I mean, there's no getting around that. But the dexterity element of Super Rhino makes it okay, because eventually you're gonna get in there and you'll be able to slide a few of your roof cards onto the actual skyscraper. So that would be my only gripe with the game, but everything else is just spot on perfect. So much game. That towering skyscraper you've seen fits in this tiny little yellow box. I mean, it was a pleasant surprise when I busted this out. I was like, there's no way you can use these cards to make such a tower and me and my wife were able to make it really, really high.
With me.
And yeah, you were there too. I mean, it's just a phenomenal idea, and I'm so happy to own Super Rhino in my collection. Who's this game for, kiddo? Everybody, absolutely. I would agree as well. So this game is just fantastic. 2 check pluses from GameVine. Go out and add this to your collection. You're not gonna regret it. And thank you so much for watching Alex's Board Game Stand and today's review of Haba's Super Rhino. We just adore this game. And until the next time that we see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play. You heard it here on the...
Game Boy.
Yes, the Game Vibe. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye.
Everybody should get a game of this.